Hello, my name is Christopher Houston, and today I want to talk to you about the law of contribution. It's one of the laws in the book, The 15 Laws of Growth, that I've been talking about for a while. But today, we're going to talk about it, and I have my daughter over here, Kiana. She will kind of weigh in on some of this because my YouTube channel is all about contribution, right? It's all about me making these videos so that my kids and their kids can have something to look at, somebody in their family that understands leadership and teaches it. That way they can know these principles growing up. And I think a lot of them are principles that you can use not only in leadership but in life. So the law of contribution, it says, growing yourself enables you to grow others. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about growing others. And today we're going to talk about making the right contribution choices. There's 5 things that you can do to make the right contribution choices. And it's funny, talking about making choices, we made a choice to come out here and make this video. We did the first take, and for some reason, something was going on with the camera. I can't remember. What was that? Something wasn't plugged in. Anyway, it doesn't matter what was wrong.
Oh, it matters.
It doesn't matter what was wrong. The point is, we're doing this second take, and it'll probably be fresher.
No,
the second
it won't.
time.
The first time is always the freshest. Stop it.
So, first, let's talk about making the right contribution choices. The first thing you want to do when you talk about making the right contribution choice is be grateful. Every morning when I wake up, I'm grateful for a lot of things. I'm grateful that God woke me up this morning. I'm grateful for the job that I have. I'm grateful for the family that I have. And I'm grateful to be able to live in beautiful Las Vegas, in beautiful Hawaii. So anyway, I'm grateful for these things. And sometimes we get to the point where we forget about the good stuff and we're not grateful because we're thinking about what we want or what we could have. And let's not do that. Let's just think about what we can be grateful for today. So what do you think about that, Kiana? What are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for where we live. I love where we live. It's so peaceful and just calm.
I know, kind of like your trip. You just went on a trip to California and Las Vegas. And how was that? I mean, because I always say, man, I want that life. I can just travel, chill, come back. But how was your trip?
It was good. It was very eye-opening. Definitely do not want to live in Vegas.
Yeah.
Again, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't. It's too hot. 100, 109, 100. No, you're doing too much.
Right.
And it was just, I like big cities. I like living in big cities, but Vegas is one of those things where when you live there, you're like, all right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna go live somewhere else.
I get it. And you're right. Being grateful for living here, even though you had a chance to live in Vegas also, but being grateful for what you have now, rather than wishing for what you could have later, or what someone else has. Don't worry about that. Just be grateful now. Second thing, put people first. Once again, these videos are really for my grandkids and beyond. And putting people first is one of those principles that you must embrace. I tell my kids that, I tell anybody that will listen, that if you put people first, you'll always come out on top later. Zig Ziglar has a quote, help enough people get what they want and you'll get what you want. So that's one of the principles I live by, and I do believe that. What do you think about that, Kiana, putting people first?
I think that it's important. I think that when you want a good relationship with somebody, you wanna put them first. It doesn't always have to be about yourself. Makes you less of a selfish person, and it makes you more caring, which I think people love and they appreciate.
Okay, and that's a good, I can't even add to that. Next is, don't let stuff own you. This is a good one. And what that means is, sometimes a good example is, let's say if you can barely afford, that $2 million house, and you get it, And now instead of you owning the house owns you. Or you have that $120,000 car, or it's whatever car you have, and you can barely afford it. You can't do anything else. A lot of times that's when stuff owns you. You might think you own it, but it owns you. And you have to be careful of that. Because in today's economy, a lot of things are rising. Always live within your means and not beyond your means. So that's what that means. Don't let stuff own you. What do you think about that?
I think that people get caught up in materialistic things, and they think that if I own this Supra and this Rolex and these Louis Vuitton shoes, that people will accept me, but also it'll make me feel better about myself, which I think is not good. You can't put all of your faith and love and acceptance in materialistic things. You want to put it in something that has value and purpose, and that will help you grow as a person. You can't make it who you are, because then that's all people are gonna see, and then nobody will want to be around that.
I agree. Once again, I can't add anything to that. Next is, don't let people own you. That's another thing that you have to watch out for. And here's the thing, no one's saying that you shouldn't love your family and do whatever you can for them, but letting someone own you sometimes mean, like you hear people say, man, me and this person, we grew up together, and I'll do anything for that person. Well, sometimes that can get you in trouble, and sometimes that's not a good way to think about it. There's nothing wrong with making sure you help take care of someone, because we talked about putting people first, but there is a limit. And it's funny bringing that up, because we watched this movie yesterday, and it's called Ambalam. Right? Was it Ambalam?
Ambalam. Them things that go wheel, they get help with people in ambulance.
So the movie was called Ambulance, and it had these two brothers, and they were, one of them was adopted, I think. And anyway, one of the brothers was a bank robber, basically, and he talked his brother into helping him rob this bank. And his brother did it because he loved him, or because, basically, that's what this is talking about. Don't let anybody own you. You have to do what you have to do, and sometimes you have to let people do what they have to do and keep it moving. Don't let someone own you. What do you think about that, Kim?
I just think it's a reminder to yourself to say that you don't let people think for you or even live for you. You want to make those decisions yourself and go through the experiences yourself, rather than having somebody do it for you or just kind of tell you about it. You want to experience it for yourself so that you can, become a better person. You can grow better as a person.
Someone can help you grow, but just be careful where they're growing you, what direction to take you in as you grow.
Yeah.
Lastly, the last one is, this is the best one. Define success as sowing and not reaping. And sowing and reaping, that's kind of an old planting term. But here's the thing, sowing is the work you put in. Reaping is the reward you get from that work. Kiana and I, we talk about this all the time. We talked about her grades a long time ago. And I said, listen, if you continue to get A's, and this is when she was little, continue to get A's, and it's going to help you when you get to high school, and it's going to help you to hopefully get a scholarship to whatever college you want to go to, or a chance at a scholarship. And to this day, she starts the 11th grade next year, but it's coming up in a couple of months, and she's carrying a 4.0 average right now. And if she carries that all the way through high school, there's a good chance she'll get some type of academic scholarship. So that's a perfect example of sowing and reaping, right? If she sows, if she continues to sow like she's been doing all the way through high school, she has a great possibility, a great chance to get a scholarship to help with her college. If she does the same thing in college, does that sowing, meaning that gets those good grades, continues that, gets an internship. She wants to be in marketing, does that, maybe with some firm that's close to the college. And then at the end of her college, she might get offered a job just based on her being a great student and a great employee. So that's what sowing and reaping is all about. Too many people want to reap before they sow. They want the shortcut. You know, they want the cheat code. Well, how do I get there without getting the straight A's or getting A's and B's? And I'm not saying that school is the only thing, but I believe school is important. So what do you think about sowing and reaping? Yeah.
I think work comes with it, or in this case, sewing comes with anything you do, anything you set your mind to. I mean, it's not like you can really just wish for something and then it happens. It's more like you can have a goal. I think that's where people get mixed up. It's like you can have a wish and you can have a goal. A goal is something that you work toward. A wish is just something that you think about and don't do anything toward. So having those goals and then working towards that, you're then reaping what you sow. You're reaping those benefits, and now you have become successful, or you have completed that goal, and now you're looking for a new one to accomplish. And I think that's my definition on success.
And before we go, we talked about, or this last one talked about defining success. Always remember, only you can define success. Just because someone else might think success is a large house or success is a certain piece of jewelry, that does not mean that that has to be success for you. And once you learn that, it makes life a whole lot easier, and it's a lot less stressful. So what do you think about success, and what do you look at as success for yourself?
I think success is being able to financially support yourself.
Oh, I love that. I totally agree with that. Being able to financially support yourself. I'm sorry, go ahead. What were you saying? Kind of got thrown off.
Being able to financially support yourself in the way that you can thrive still. You can still grow. It's not having 3 different jobs, doing 3 different things, and just trying to make rent, or just trying to barely make, your gas or light bill, or just stuff like that. I want to have my job where I can focus on my skill, focus on my craft, and grow in it, and also maybe learn a couple different things on the way. And the other thing I think is being happy in that success. I want to be happy. I want to thrive. I don't want to do the job just because I'm making 6 figures. I want to love my job. And I think that is important, and it shows in your work. So that's something to remember. Even in school. Go to school, kids, and try your best, because your teachers know when you just just barely do a paper and turn it in, and they're like, what is this? What is this that you give me? I don't deserve this. Why do you do this to me? I'm trying to help you. So, yeah, that's my definition.
No, that's good. That's good. So that's it. Those are the 5 things when we're talking about the law of contribution and being able to do things that will help you to be a better contributor to everyone around you, in school, in life, and your family. So that's all I have for you today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you will be able to get these videos and know exactly when they come out. I try to do at least 1 a week. We're going to get a little more consistent with that. And if you hit that notification bell, you'll get notified as soon as we put one out. So that's it for us today. My name is Christopher Houston. Thank you very much. Good night. God bless. That's Kiana Houston, by the way. Peace.
Like if you liked the video, and because I'm in it, give it a like, share it, subscribe. Only because I'm in it.